This is Tonga, and usually I'd join his game and I'd just kill him, but recently he's been fighting back, and I've been losing! I can't stand for this, so of course I'm gonna learn a one-shot combo today, and just learn to get better in general. And I decided to ask you guys, what is the best fruit in this game? And it's clearly not Quake, but... Okay, now that we know what the best fruit is, Oh yeah, I'm broke. I'm left with a few choices here. There's the crappy fruits I have now. I could eat my dragon, but come on man, I need to get those views when the rework comes out. So then I realized I could just switch to Venom and easily win. But would it really be fun? No. Probably not. I couldn't really decide, so I just put it in a spinner wheel. I'm giving myself 3 days to master this fruit and then fight Tonga. On the first day, I woke up and immediately, I just went to school. But then when I got home, I hopped on Bloxfruits. Now where do I start? The first thing I did was look for a server with people in it, which was pretty annoying. But I found somewhere, and I'm gonna use this to see what I need to improve. First thing I did was I 1v1 this portal to test my skill. Never mind, I got gangbanged. As you can tell, I'm not the best at the game. I mean, a lot of you have already noticed that. But there's 3 things I need to work on here. Number 1 is Ken tricking. Like, I sorta know how to do it, but like, not really. The next thing is I need to learn a combo, which is probably the title of this video. And then thirdly, just, I guess, getting better in general. Now I'm learning Ken tricking, and pretty much it's just timing your observations so you can escape combos. Now everyone else has learned this before. Everyone learned this like months ago, but like, I'm an update 19 boomer man. Now I did what anyone would do when they try and learn something. Search it up on YouTube. I decided for day 1 I was just gonna practice Ken tricking because it's the easiest, and I kinda had to do an English assignment that day, so I only had a little bit of time. First thing I did was try and fight a Kitsune, and they clearly didn't want to fight, but this guy did. And I noticed something. He must have a really good gamer chair. Oh, and something else. He was using Dragon Talon. I took this as an opportunity to learn Ken tricking, but I didn't really gain anything from it, and I just hit in cafe. I think I was able to understand Ken tricking by practicing it in this fight. While I look for a server that isn't just a bunch of teamers or hackers, allow me to explain who Tonga is. He's just some random person who just appeared on my friends list, and when I used to grind this game, when I was actually good at it, I used to always join him and pretty much farm him for bounty. But now I kinda suck at the game and it doesn't work anymore. So I'm changing that. I see this magma here and I end up fighting him. Things will go pretty well. I didn't end up doing much of the Ken trick, so I wasn't really learning it. The only time I tried it, I ended up doing it at the perfectly wrong time, so that's cool. It's fine though, I killed him. After this, I couldn't really find anybody. No one really wanted to PvP, everyone was just sitting inside, and I couldn't learn. I could sit here and lie and say, I learnt it off camera, or I actually learnt it in that time, but I didn't. I failed to learn Ken tricking, but it's fine, cause tomorrow, I'm gonna learn comboing. I once again woke up and I went to school. I recorded this on a school week. And then once I got home, I did some other stuff. But then I went on YouTube to search up a flame combo. I couldn't think of a transition into this, but subscribe, because once I hit 1,000, I'm going on a boat and I'm gonna play Bloxfruits on said boat. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, comboing. I found a few on YouTube, and I found this one seemed to be the easiest, especially for the build that I usually use. Day 2 was also pretty rough when it came to finding people, but eventually I did find a few people so that I could test my combo on. The problem that I had in this fight is that it's pretty hard to hit. The Flame C move isn't that big of a move, and then the second hit usually doesn't connect. The combo is easy except for the first two hits. It's just Flame C and then looking down and doing the CDKX, which is really hard to do, as I explained. The rest from there is just mashing buttons, but that first bit, it's a bit too hard, man. The combo isn't very practical, and I realized I really shouldn't be fishing for it. It's just something that I can do. I spent a few minutes trying to combat people, trying to finally land that combo, but it never happened. And then someone familiar joined. This is Ducky. He's a Portal user, a CDK user, and a Shark V4 user. Wow, fighting him is like eating and vomit all at the same time. I decide to fight him anyway. I don't have V4 yet and he does, but I don't plan on using V4. I end up doing a lot of damage here, but it doesn't really matter since I was in his Soul Guitar, and he was constantly gaining shield from that. Of course he hits me with the Dimensional Rift. Still, he didn't use his Soul Guitar for some reason and I was able to escape. Here I'm able to get him to half health, even while in V4. And yeah. Even with 2 days of, it was more like 1.5 hours of practice. Even with 1.5 hours of practice, I couldn't defeat him. Was I ready for Tongo? No. I went to bed and just prayed that day 3 would go better. Sup guys, it's me Bloxor here. It's currently 6 in the morning. I'm gonna go to school and then when I get home, hopefully I'll figure something out. Panic set in on the last day, since the first 2 days were not productive at all. I didn't do the first 2, but I'm just gonna try and do my third goal, which is not sucking so bad, just getting better in general. I was praying for a miracle, but I didn't really get one. I even tried asking for a coach, but I didn't get too much of a response on that one, so I had to knuckle down and use the time I had and just practice with Flame. And by practice I mean just fire random people. By day 3 I actually had a pretty good flow. I was actually doing very well with the fruit. I was fighting this 23 mil and I was winning until they did the classic lava trick and I freaking fell for it, so that's cool. I ended up playing for quite some time. I fought a lot of people. I ended up dying a fair amount, but a lot of the time I was actually winning and I was landing good combos too. By now I was sick of bounty hunting. I was already pretty unmotivated for this, that's why I only played a little bit on the last couple days, but I'm just gonna have to do what I can with what I've learned. So, time to wait for Tongo. And after some time, he finally got on. After waiting a couple hours, I finally saw that beautiful green button. Immediately, I joined before challenging him to a fight. The past 3 days had led up to this one crucial moment. I knew I had to win. So, here we go. Now that I'm ready, it's time to get my revenge. Finally, I had done it. I successfully got revenge for when he fought back in self-defense. What did Tongo have to say to this? Nothing! What I didn't realize is I'm pretty sure he plays on Xbox. So I really wanted a training arc to do the equivalent of pushing someone in a wheelchair down the stairs. Even though I didn't accomplish everything I wanted to, I didn't really learn Ken tricking. The combo was too hard for me to do, and I couldn't even defeat Doki. I was still able to defeat Tongo as my final goal and complete this video. Thank you for watching.